The Octagon.
Hooray!
Hooray! I hate this movie. I hate this movie.
I kind of hate this movie too. Yeah.
I hate this film. It is so boring. Ah!
Good Lord.
It's a little tough to sit through.
A little.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Very. Man, I watched this twice. Holy shit. Chuck Norris, he has a brother, and that brother is part of some sort of ninja cult. And that ninja cult is kidnapping people to assimilate into the ninja cult to continue assassinating people around the world. He just happens to fall into this plot, and he's like, yeah, I guess I'll go along with it. Like, what the f***?
I thought Chuck Norris's storyline was, hey, I'm just gonna go drive and pick up women in my car, and then drive them back home, and then drive back to the car that I left there, and then it's like, I'm like, why are you showing us this? This is so boring.
What was considered macho at the time? Like, whoa, a man who can score with multiple women, right? He doesn't even do that right in this movie. He's just, his character is so bad. He's just, like, there's like two women that show up in the movie, and then they both just die. They just die, and then he sleeps with the third one. She just shows up and is like, I am in the movie now. You want a bone? And then they bone.
I really wanted his creepy whisper voiceover to come on during the sex scene. Like, hey, I'm having sex with you.
McCarn's men. McCarn and Justine. It's not like him to cover up. Why wouldn't he tell me?
The creepy whispering is not meant to be.
What is that?
That echo is so bad, I can't even make out what he's saying most of the time.
How can they? At the beginning. No.
When you have these intense fights sometimes, and you're supposed to be building anticipation, and you're ramping up, and you're supposed to be getting a flow of things, when there's absolutely no music to set some sort of timing, it feels flat, at least for me.
The sound design is non-existent. Everything sounds really muffled. Every hit is like hitting a sofa cushion.
Interesting way of putting it, yeah.
That's like 10 feet away from the mic.
This is literally a McDojo movie. The master lines up everyone out of bed, and he starts talking, and suddenly a trapdoor opens underneath one of the people, and they fall down. And he's just like, expect the unexpected. I was like, oh, fuck you, man.
Meanwhile, you just hear the guy inside the trapdoor just like screaming at the top of his lungs, like, get me the fuck out of here.
It's like that fucking Austin Powers sketch when the guy is still alive after being burned below them. It's like, I'm still down here.
You have made a commitment beyond your individual causes. Whether they be political, religious.
Why aren't they targeting children? Right?
Yeah.
Because watching this movie, I'm like, this would make more sense if it was kids. Like, why? You don't take a 57-year-old man and be like, you're gonna be a ninja. You're gonna be a killing machine one day.
Stay down.
The home invasion scene is actually very tense. It's actually a little scary because they kill the first girl.
You know what other movie also had the first girl die right away? Psycho. So this movie's just as good as Psycho.
This movie is the Psycho of martial arts movies.
Alfred Hitchcock, more like Alfred sucks. I don't know. he defeats all the ninjas. Then he goes into the other room and he sees that the rest of the family has been killed. And he goes, "Oh, ninjas." I'm like, I was like, what? You just fought ninjas. Like, how? Like, what do you mean? Like, why are you speculating? You know they're ninjas.
Oh my god. Ninja.
I don't care about Chuck Norris' story at all.
Yeah, it's so disjointed. It's like, it really does feel like two things happening at once, and there's nothing connecting them for a very long time.
He's trying to stealth kill ninjas, and they're trying to stealth defend and also stealth kill back. So it's like quiet fighting. Like, they're not trying to make any noise. It's so boring because of that. It's Red Hooded Richard Norton versus Chuck Norris.
We have a super wide shot with no music. It's all in-camera sounds. There's no shot variety, no editing. It's like, holy crap! Please add in some edits. Please put in more music.
That's the weird thing. Like, when you have just simple choreography and you don't cut, it feels boring because it's just it makes it just feel so visually static.
I think I texted you when I was watching it the first time. I was like, dude, I think I'm about to give up on this movie. And you're like, no, come on. You're like literally right at the end of the fight scene. I'm like, dude, I can't. This movie's so soul-sucking. And it cuts back to the AJ character getting killed. And then Chuck Norris is like, no! And then we cut back, and then Richard Norton comes out of the fire, and he's like 180 pounds heavier.
He's like wearing like bear armor, you know? Like...
Oh my god, he is wearing like 16 layers because he's on fire. And it's like, I get it. This movie has no budget.
They didn't have the fire retardant gel yet, so they just put them. They just stuffed them with pillows. The brother character comes up behind Chuck Norris, and you wonder, oh, did he stab him? But no, he walked into Chuck Norris's sword because it was facing him. So he just walked into a blade.
He walked into his own death. Yeah, essentially.
Like, it's like so lame. It's just really lame.
Yeah, that's the review right there. It's so lame, and that's the Octagon.
Oh my god. Ninja.